Yota-Hachi, quick around corners with its wide tread and low center of gravity. With its compact and lightweight body, the Toyota Sports 800 was one of the most admired sports cars of this day, which is designed in 1965. So, this is definitely used as a standard vehicle, was also appeared from Gran Turismo 4, and now it's definitely become a fully premium vehicle in Gran Turismo Sport that has given a good, nice interior detail view style treatment, has definitely might be quite very perfection and very successful. So for this custom race that I might be able to get ready to try it out, the Toyota Sports 800, and this is going to be able to take a good look at the nice performance settings that this is definitely might be introduced to be able to have a good performance to be able to take a good look. So the max horsepower is 43, max torque is 49.1, the weight pound is 1,279, and the drivetrain is the FR drivetrain. And this is definitely might be very good, and also might be able to have the one of the slowest car in the game, and this is definitely might be very good. So it also has a 4-speed transmission like most other vehicles they have, and that could be quite given a good standard by default. So right now, this is going to be able to have to go and try it out on the short track that this is definitely might need to go as possible to do it. So let's see how this will might be able to try it out on the Sports 800. So it is definitely like the Japanese K car, but this is definitely is a very good classic for the Toyota Sports 800. So let's just kind of go and choose this vehicle, and now take a good look at this nice interior view onto the top left, you guys, because that could be one good treatment detail since they also has on the PS2 era. So that could be quite very excellent to be able to have to go in and take a good race that this will might be able to go in. So it is definitely might be very good to have a one good best performance that this is going to be able to drive faster as possible. So maybe this is going to be able to have to take a lot of better ways to be able to go faster as possible. So let's just gonna have to take a good start, and then this will might be able to have 6 laps for having an extra that this will might be able to get ready. So I hope that this is definitely might be able to have a well organized race that this will might get everything started. So I hope that this is going to be a strong, difficult race to take on the Alpine A110 1972. But this is definitely might be very challenging that this is going to be able to keep up and going faster as possible. Now take a good look at the engine sound. That was very one good setting up to get everything started. Now I hope that this is going to be given a good boost for balance of performance will might get a good recommend. So this will might be able to use the road course settings that this will might get everything increased. So everything is going to be changed up differently, so that will might work very perfectly that this will might get everything going. Now I hope that this is going to be very challenging that this is definitely might need to have some settings required, but it is going to be takes a little bit hard time to be able to keep up on the race, but it could get very challenging or getting better that this will might get everything going. So let's go and start this race, and let's see how it happens that this will might give a good work on the balance of performance. Now looks like everything is quite very worked up perfectly, so it is definitely might be drive slowly like the Samba Bus in the Mini Cooper S or any other slow cars that this is definitely might be able to try to keep up on it. But it is definitely one of the most M100 vehicles in the game, because it also might need to have a balance of performance for recommend, because that could be quite very good ways to be able to keep up on it. Now take a good look at this interior view, but this is definitely might be able to have a one good small car that this will might be able to go faster for. But this is definitely might be given a good ways to take a nice good look at the view, because this is definitely almost look like a one good classic car that definitely might be very small, but it is very one good fair vehicle, but it also works like a charm that this is definitely might be able to go on for. Now, let's just gonna be able to keep up on this race, but this is definitely might be choosing the short track that would be much easier to be able to take. Okay, just gonna going in to overtake the 8086 Turismo, and this is gonna be able to take the inside, followed by the Mazda Unos Roadster. Very good, perfect advantage turn that this is definitely might give a good pass. But also there's some rear mirror views that definitely might be seen that this is definitely might be able to take a good look on the middle and also on the right. But this is definitely might be very classic and very good popular hint for this car. That looks definitely might be quite very excellent to be able to use the balance of performance that this will might be able to going in and going faster to be able to get better. But this looks very good to be able to keep up on it, and also take a good look at the mileage distance to be able to take a good look on it. So it's definitely moving, that it is definitely might be given a good dynamic animation, that this is definitely might be pretty good. So very good choice for the Toyota Sports 800 to be able to have a good premium detail treatment, that this will might be able to take a good look to be able to drive style in the classic. Now, let's just gonna be able to drive quickly to be able to overtake the Mazda Roadster ND and the SFR that this will might be able to go in. Okay, going in and then take the inside to be able to pass on, and there's the Alpine. Just gonna be able to take a little halfway there to be able to keep up on it. Slow cars always goes in, that this is gonna be able to give an easier pass in to be able to approach. But take a good look to be able to look around on the interior. So that will might be very good to be able to take a good look around while racing. But it is definitely might be able to take a little bit better ways to be able to take a good look on it. So that looks very classic, that this is definitely might be able to work everything going on for. Okay, getting closer, and then this is going to be given a good ways to be able to keep up on it. Okay, just stay on it and then take a little bit, maintain the pace. Let the Alpine go in to take that chicane. Very good. Now, this is going to be, we have to take a little bit longer because short gap distance away, and this is going to be able to reach up, and only for a 4-speed transmission that this is going to be able to take a lot more max speed to be able to get better. Shorten up on the max speed, that this is definitely might be giving a good beginner's guide for any drivers to be able to get started since the first start of the game, and then this is going to be quite very brilliant, and also take a little bit high prices amount has definitely changed for it. Okay, let's going in and take that turn, and then this will might be able to make it until the 5th, 6th lap will might get in, and this will might be able to do it to make it fast and make it quick, because this is going to have to take much longer to go there. Alright, final lap, here we go. Let's going in and then pass all the slow cars. That looks very works like a charm, and then there is another Sports 800 coming in. Just gonna make it one good pass in. Now, this looks definitely might be very good to see this one, but very good for having a nice enhanced interior view that this will might be seeing this. So, whenever you're switching into the third person view, the driver might be taking a good look around to be able to have everything on it. That looks definitely might be giving a good ways to see it. Okay, almost there. Just gonna take one good stretch to be able to reach up to the finish line. And there you go. This is definitely might be very good fast for having a one good balance of performance recommendation, that this will might give a good improvements to the Yota-Hachi. So it is definitely right. Quick around corners with its wide tread and low center of gravity. that will be quite brilliant that this wheel might be able to get a good ways to be able to improve. So that will be quite very brilliant that this wheel might be able to have a very good clean race, that this is definitely coming along nicely. So right now, this is going to be able to have to go in to choose the next course. Something else might be very better that this wheel might be prepared. So luckily that this is going to be able to take the challenge that this wheel might get everything prepared to do it. So just going to save the third round for the Goodwood Motor Circuit. So time to go in on to race on to Suzuka East course to be able to get started. Because luckily this wheel might get everything stronger and better, because I hope that this is definitely might be a very efficient, that this is definitely might be very good to be able to get everything going and get faster to be able to keep up on it. So it is definitely might be pretty good to see the differences at the price amount. In Gran Turismo 4 to GT6, it also used to be cost at 32,000 credits, so that could be able to be used as a standard car. But later until now in GT Sport, it also costs 60,000 credits, that this is definitely might be very good to have the change differences amount for it. So it is definitely became very popular, hence that this is definitely might change the better amount of price that this will might come in handy to do it. So here we go. Race number 2 on Suzuka East is coming on the way, and this will might get everything getting started. So let's see how this will go fast and better, and then even if possible that this is definitely might be able to see how it works, but it is definitely might be able to drive slowly to be able to drive faster as possible. But it is pretty tough, but this will might need to have a lot more improved performance that this will might be able to get there. Now this is going to giving a little bit example fact that let's see how this will go fast for the Toyota Sports 800 to be able to catch up on it. But this will might get everything well recommend that this is definitely might need to be able to keep up for the improvements. But it is pretty hard to be able to catch up in the first place or better. So maybe just giving a little bit example check that this will might be needed for. Okay, let's change it up, and then this will might goes back again, but I'm just gonna have to give it a little bit warm up until see this will might works and get better. Now I hope this is definitely might be better, that this is definitely might be able to use during the custom race. So just trying to check to see how's the speed test that this will might need to go well. So I hope that this might be able to have to get everything needed to be able to get everything going. So I'm just giving a little bit of a warm-up check on Sports 800, because this is definitely might be pretty tough that this might be able to have to keep going to be able to have to get catching up on it. So this will might be perfectly used for a one-make race or any other N-class race that this is definitely might be able to use to race with N100 cars. That will be able to take plenty of skills that this will might be able to come in for. Now let's just get on to see this will might get a good ways to be able to improve. But this is going to be able to take a little bit time to be able to take a little bit chance to be able to get better. Second lap goes in, just gonna have to stay on it, and then this will might overtake on the Porsche Roadster. Now, whenever it's getting a little bit max speed on the fourth gear, that will be very tougher, that this is definitely might be over exceed, that this is definitely might take a little bit long straight to be able to get there. Now, looks like this is definitely might be coming in and then coming better. Just gonna take a little bit much more weight after I'm passing the Suzuki Swift. Very good, very excellent, that this is definitely might need to be able to take a little bit more inside turns, will give lightly to improve. And this is gonna get very excellent to be able to take a little bit much more slower ways to be able to get there. And also luckily the hazard lights might be enabled, but take a good look on the front. That also blinking up on the hazard lights, that might be quite very seen for. But it is quite very experienced to see this one, because that looks very different to see the hazard lights turn on that this might be comes in. Okay, this one might goes in and pass on to be able to reach up onto the Alpine, and this is definitely might be able to keep coming edge of the corners that this one might comes in. Almost. Just gonna have to keep up until this one might get better. There you go. Finally overtake the Alpine A110, and now this one might be able to get better to be able to keep pressing on until this one might finishing up at the end of the race. And this is going to get very worked hard, that this will might give a good recommend balanced performance, will might be able to go faster as possible. Okay, just giving one good check on the overtake, and then this is definitely might be going cautionally to be able to be on the lookout. So, do you think that, how does it feel that if the Toyota Sports 800 can probably take the balance of performance to be able to work faster to take on the Alpine A110? That would be the answer, that this one might need to have a very good, excellent performance, that this one might work faster as possible. Now, let's just kind of coming back in, and then takes back the lead, and now this one might be able to get much longer to be able to take. Okay, watch out for the cones. Just gonna make one good safe dodge to be able to get everything closer and safer to be able to press on. Okay, A110 coming back again. Just gonna make sure, just gonna have to lock in, be able to stay on it. I hope that this is going to be quite very tougher to be able to get there. Okay, just gonna have to use the apex to be able to get there. Okay, that should do it. Now, it'll be able to have to take one more lap before the A110 is about to be able to coming back again. That could probably take the advantage that this one might be able to get closer. Okay, just gonna make sure, just stay in a good balanced position, that this is definitely might need intact. Okay, just gonna make one pass on the Volkswagen Bug. Very good. Now, just gonna have to sit back and wait until the A110 comes back, until the final lap begins. Just gonna take a little check by the numbers until this one might be able to come in for. Okay, just definitely might take a good straight, and then this wheel might comes in better. I hope this is definitely might be going in very straggling ways to be able to have to take a little bit technical S-turns, will might go smoother and better. And this is definitely much enjoyable, that this definitely might be able to keep going on for the race, will might get better. Okay, almost there. Just gonna have to take one more chance to be able to take the checker flag, and then there you go. Looks like the Sports 800 just finally goes in for one good clear race, for having a one good well done challenge. But that will be quite brilliant, that this will might be able to get ready. So, standard earnings might come in, and then this is going to get better than ever, that this will might be able to take. So, looks like this is going to be able to take one more round of the race until this will might get prepared. Here we go. Goodwood Motor Circuit awaits us for the Toyota Sports 800 that this will might get everything excellent to be able to take the challenge. But this time, this will might get very advanced to be able to have to take 6 laps will might give a moment to spare. Now, I hope that this is going to be able to get ready because everything is challenging, will might get better than ever. So this is going to be a good moment of the race for the classics that this will might be able to get prepared. So let's do it, and this time this is going to be good for a balance of performance. We might get everything changes up on it. So here we go, let's start this race. Alright, let's do it. This will might get everything going to take 6 laps of the challenge because this is definitely might give a good heritage for any classic cars that this will might comes in. Now, this is going to be given the important tactics that this is definitely might go in. So, I hope this is definitely might get clear and better that this will might be able to come in. But very good to be able to stay on the balance of performance. We might get everything well recommend that this is going to be able to take a lot more speed to be able to keep going and get better. Now, this is going to be able to have to take a lot more challenging skills to be able to get there. Just trying to be able to experience on the Goodwood Motor Circuit by using a Toyota Classic that this is definitely might be able to get better to do it. Okay, just gonna stay careful, but this will might get pretty close to do it. Okay, looks like only takes a little bit 10-second gap to be able to get there. Just gonna take a little pass on the Honda Beat. Now, looks like this one might take a little bit longer to be able to take a little distance by the ropes. And this is gonna be able to reach up on the 4th gear. Am I going to be able to make it higher for only 100 miles? Yes, it is, and this will might stay longer to be able on hold. And this is going to get very brilliant that this will might be able to take. Okay, chicane comes in, and this is probably able to be very careful. Just going to have to take a little sideways pass, and this is going to be able to take a little bit straight to be able to get there. Second lap goes in, and this could get better, but I hope that this is going to be very brilliant that this one might be able to take. Okay, almost there. This should probably be able to keep coming better. Almost. Just gonna have to stay on it for reaching up at the acceleration for only 100 miles. Okay, giving one brake check to be able to be reminded. Alright, looks like this is going to get very challenging to be able to get there. But this is going to be taking a long distance to be able to beat the Alpine A110. That could be very challenging to be able to get there. So this could be very challenging that this will might be able to take the slipstream will might go in. So if I could probably able to make it closer to overtake one car at a given time, that might be needed to be able to take time to be able to get there. So it might come better and get closer that this is going to be able to take a little bit much more time to be able to get there. So this is going to be able to take a lot more maintained struggle that this is definitely might come in for. Okay, just going to be able to ignore that because that could be very hard to be able to take that technical right turn. So, very perfect for the circuit experience to be able to learn to demonstrate. That should do it. Now on 5th place, dirt lap goes on the halfway that this is going to be able to get there. Now, it's going to be able to get longer and closer, so this one might get careful to be able to get better. Okay, looks like that could be quite very longer to be able to keep up, so maybe this is going to be able to have the best suitable choice that this one might works very perfectly. Just trying to think something that this is going to be able to work hard. So putting up the sport stock tires with the balance of performance, that this will might works come in handy, that this is going to be able to work faster as possible. Now, it's going to be able to take a little bit more time that this is going to be able to keep up on it. Just going to have to switch on to the interior view, that this is going to giving a nice better view. Okay, looks like this is going to get pretty longer to take, because just definitely saw a Toyota SFR coming in, because this is going to be able to reach up for only 100 miles. Okay, slow cars are definitely might be giving the best choice, and this is definitely the main queue. Okay, take that chicane, going in, past that SFR and the Mazda Roadster, followed by the Fiat 500, and now on the way over to the Alpine A110. Just only have 6-second gap distance to go. 2 more laps remaining, and this will might comes in very well, that this is definitely might get closer to do it. Just hang in there, because this is going to be able to do this forever until this will might reach up at the end of the race. Almost there, just give me one push until this one might make it there. Alright, that's just very solid. That could be my moment that this is going to be able to take it there. Okay, closer. Just a little bit closer to take the slipstream until this one might get everything holding on to it. Come on, just gonna have to reach up for 100 miles, and this is gonna be very brilliant. Okay, very good small call, and now this is going to be able to take a lot more dived in to be able to go in. And then this is going to get very cross edge to be able to take the chicane, that this one might go first, and then going in and take the spot that this one might be able to go in by the lead. Well, looks like everything is going on for the blue flag, that this is definitely might be able to proceed to going in. Give way for faster cars and give way for a better chance to go there. And this is definitely might be giving a good efficient to improve. But it is going to be very challenging that this is going to be able to take the top race that this one might go in. Okay, the A110 is coming back, and it looks like this is going to get very fastened up on it. Just going to make sure if this is definitely might be okay. Okay, that should probably do it. Just going to stay on the tarmac, that this will might be able to hold out as long as I can. Okay, looks like this is going to get pretty closer, so it looks like one car just definitely might be getting a little bit caught up by the rest. And I hope that this is going to be able to take a lot more distance resistance that might be able to keep going on for. Oh man, just going to have to brace myself. Close call. And very good surviving chance that this is definitely might stay in. Alright, here we go. This is going to be it until this will be the 6th lap. We'll might going in, folks. And this is going to be quite brilliant, that this is definitely might be able to come closer to take a lot more chances to be able to go in. Take some time. keep doing a lot of patience, and then this will might go better. That this is going to be might need to have plenty more straight distance to be able to have to keep holding out much longer. If this will might need to have a transmission gear to be adjusted, that this will might get everything well extended. Coming back again, just gonna have to take a little bit block position to do serpentine ways to be able to get there. Come on. Sports 800 can probably take the chance for taking a lot of hard work that this will might need a balance of performance for a recommend. And I hope that this is going to be able to make it at last. There's another one, just going to have to go in and pass it. Okay, pretty good spark gassing upwards. Alright, 100 miles, that should be good, long enough that this will might be able to get there. Oh man, just gonna have to brace myself to be able to hold on to it. This could be a one daring classic car race that this is definitely might going in. There it is, just gonna keep up until this will might make it to the final stretch, and looks like this is gonna be turn out well, and looks like the Toyota Sports 800 finally made it at last. That was a one good classic race for one good showdown that this is definitely might coming in. That was a very good challenging, folks. This is very excellent that this will might be able to keep up on it. So it will might be very good to be able to have a very good classic car to be able to go faster and better, but it is definitely might takes a lot of tough work to be able to get there. So first place earnings definitely might be going perfectly as planned always, and this is going to be quite very much closer to reach up on the mileage points, folks. Take a good look, almost reaching up on 100,000, and this is going to be quite maxed out to do it. But that was a one good classic race for today, you guys. That was a very good classic race for a Sports 800. Now, I'm glad that this is definitely might be very good and excellent. So, well, maybe for one Japanese lightweight vehicle that this is definitely might be able to drive slower, but only to drive faster for every N100 car, that this is definitely might be able to get a good chance to do it. So this is definitely might be an excellent good car that this is definitely might need to be able to upgrade it to work faster. That will be very much stronger to be able to keep up on it, so that will be quite very good and get everything well improved. So just you wait, folks, until this will might need to have to get the Red Bull X 2019 competition. So this is going to be quite very brilliant that this will might be able to have one more car for the next trying out for one of the 5 cars on the June 2019 update. Well, folks, glad that you really enjoyed this race. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for reaching up a 100 subscriber goal. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and bell for notification uploads if you like, and the links in the description down below if you want to see more if you're interested. I'll be seeing you guys next time for continuing on the custom race on Gran Turismo Sport, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay cool.